Hello, my name is Megan Cook, and today I'd like to talk to you about a peer-reviewed feedback on a research study. When working with students, educators are constantly trying to find new ways to help increase academic growth. While performing a peer-reviewed action research study, the focus on the effective environment has on students came on the horizon. When students join a new educational program, there can be a lot of apprehension and noticeable sense of discomfort with their environment and the new people. By finding ways to help children feel more secure in their environment, educators can adapt developmentally appropriate practices to create an aesthetically pleasing learning environment where the classroom has proper management and the students feel recognized, which eliminates the window for negative behaviors. The research study that was peer reviewed classroom environment through effective feedback, effects on students, school identification, and behavioral management were completed by Vera Montenegro, Carolina Carvalho, and Natalie Nóbrega Santos. The methodology in this research study focuses on the research question to create academic success in the classroom. Educators need to know if the classroom environment focused on creating a supportive educational experience helps promote positive behaviors, increasing the opportunities for academic success while paired with other instructional methods. The methods used to help create unbiased feedback involved a study that uses students in grades 6 through 10 in Portugal. There were 1,188 students and 75 classrooms taught by instructors who taught different subjects, so there was no overlap of instructors with the students. This study ensured that students were selected randomly by choosing one or two classrooms from each grade level from each school, and they ensured that each classroom had no more than 16 students. The researcher is focused on student feedback, student engagement, and student identity. The researchers could document the results that we're researching for by providing students with a questionnaire that focused on each of the topics and asked the students to talk about the course when they had no negative bias in the first place. The students were asked questions about how they felt about their school and how they're performing and creating relationships with their peers and educators. They were also asked questions about how they felt about their educators taking their feedback from the information they were given and apply it in the classroom and if they were happy with the results or not. The study then focused on student academic growth and engagement and asking students to participate in the class by asking them questions in class. In researching student identity, the researchers found using a 4-point scale, asking questions about how the student felt about their future happiness in school, how they felt about their performance academically, and if they were confident in their abilities. The study results found that there was an increase in student engagement due to classroom environment focus on engagement, the student's identity, and the feedback that educators had received from students on how they approached their students and relationships. There was an increase between 11.7 and 17.9% in student success. The conclusion was that students felt and showed academic growth due to their feedback they provided in their questionnaires. The study showed that the researchers that when students were given the appropriate tools to support their academic career for their educators, the students had more opportunities for academic success. There was an increase in identity to increase their sense of self-worth, and the students were willing to work harder because they felt that the educators cared about how they did and celebrated with them when they were successful and supported them when they needed extra help. The importance of this study in education shows that providing students with academic experiences that focus on their needs and interests while considering their sense of self creates opportunities for academic growth. By allowing students to feel heard, students were more willing to push themselves harder and were more willing to connect with their educational environment because they felt a sense of self-worth. By helping students find ways to increase academic success, educators can view verified educational resources, understanding that those educational resources promote professionalism in the educational field, which also helps create a network of tools meant for boosting academic success. Students need to be respected and directed with a sense of positive self-worth through an educational environment focused on creating positive learning experiences. By providing students with a positive sense of autonomy, educators can help them to engage and focus on their future education. When it comes to the future avenue of research or further explanation on this topic, the options are open. There is an opportunity to explore the effects of different age groups and how to best help children of any age. There is also an opportunity to focus on particular topics and ways to increase academic growth and topics that can be considered difficult, whether it was based on life experience, generalizations with gender expectations, or even a student who just feels like they're not performing as well as they meant to be in a topic of area. By looking at the strengths and weaknesses of an educational program, research could be completed and adjusted based on the needs of the student in care. By creating a program focused on student needs and interests, educators can promote student participation and create lifelong learners, according to Kunika. Thank you for my time today, and I hope you take into consideration this presentation.